Yo, 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 what's up? I actually already made a video right before this. It turned out to be 38 freaking minutes long. So I decided not to post that. You're welcome. Why am I posting the video? That's mainly why. This is my third one, tonight. Not ever, just tonight. But what I did was I did this all in the end of the video, but since I deleted it, or I'm not going to post it, I have to explain what I did. So what I'm doing is I am turning myself into a Dungeons and Dragons character with the aid of this, which is the player's handbook. You gotta see the nice artwork there. There's a glare, I know, from my computer screen, sorry. I also used this so I wouldn't get lost. This is a character sheet. Peekaboo! I didn't write anything on the character sheet though, because I bought that in a bundle of 10. Or I don't remember how many sheets came in the bundle that I got, but I got them for $10, and it's nice paper, and I don't want to waste a character sheet on turning myself into a character. So what I did is I wrote stuff down on a piece of paper, and I didn't write a whole lot down because when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, magic is involved, and I can't cast spells. Excuse me, that's the beer talking. And I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Anyway, so how I got so when you make a Dungeons and Dragons character, you want to choose the race and the class. And the race can be human, elf, dwarf, you know, all the Lord of the Rings shit. Halfling, and which are kind of like hobbits. And but then there's also other stuff, other cool things like a half-orc or a dragonborn. And I'm clearly not a dragonborn, although that would be sweet. Or a gnome. Or a half-elf. Or a tiefling, which is kind of a descendant of a demon and a mortal. So it's like if in the original show Charmed, if oh crap, what was his name? Never mind, forget that reference. I'm not going to look it up right now. Cole. If Cole and Phoebe, Alyssa Milano, if they had made a baby, their kid would have been considered a tiefling. Actually, he was a half demon technically, because one of his parents was mortal, if I remember right. So technically, in D&D terms, he was it begins with C. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so those are the races, and then you choose your classes, and you got barbarian, bard, druid, fighter. I didn't say cleric yet. Monk, paladin, ranger, rogue, warlock, wizard. That's a lot of stuff. So a lot of those can cast spells. A lot of those things just wade into combat, and they'll just go into a swarm of enemies and just swing swords, axes, whatever. So what I did was, even though a bard can cast spells and I can't, I'm clearly no wizard or sorcerer. So the closest real life class that I could have chosen for myself is bard. There's plenty of people who could choose other things, but I chose Bard for myself, and I rolled ability scores for myself because each character has ability scores, things that they can do, or things that impact how they do things. And what you do is you take these bad boys. These are dice. In the D&D world, they're known as six-sided dice. Most other people just call them normal dice because they're cubes, and very few other games. How should I put this? Standard board games just have those as dice. So, but there's also 20-sided dice, like this big bad unit. Look at that! It's a unit. It's bigger than a normal 20-sided die. They're not normally that big. That's usually like novelty size. But then you got other crap. This is a normal 20-sided die. This is 10, and I got another 10. This little bastard is a 4-sided die. And you don't use that as often. Unless you're casting magic missile. So what I did with these 6-sided dice is I rolled all 4 of them. I dropped the lowest number, and I added the top 3 together. I added the rest of the 3 together, and that became my ability scores. So what I had come up with was 15, 13, 10, 15, 12, and 12. And I said that pretty fast, but my lowest score was a 10, which is pretty good. All my other ability scores get at least a +1 bonus. Because the 10 and 11 are average in the Dungeons & Dragons world. Anything 12 and over, you get bonuses, and you're considered above average. Some people like to think that 12 and 13s are average for characters, for player characters or PCs. Whatever. So 10 was my lowest, and even though it would be super useful, Constitution was where I put that 10. So there's basically like 3 physical abilities and then 3 mental abilities, or spiritual, however you want to look at it. You got strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. 6. So my highest scores, 15 and 15, I put into, since I'm a bard, I put into charisma because I'm a pretty good looking guy. And yeah, and it just makes sense to have a highest scoring as a bard because bards perform. That's just what they do. If I had been a cleric, which I almost put myself as a cleric, I would have put that into wisdom because I am super wise, I'm super smart. But since I'm also super smart, in this case, I put my other 15 into intelligence. Now, since I'm a human, I could add one to all of these ability scores and call that good. Or a variant rule with DM approval, and there's no DM here to stop me, so this is what I did. A variant rule is to add +1 to 2 ability scores. Then you're proficient in a skill, in addition to the skills that you get with your class, and then also you get a feat, which feats are additional things that you can do. So I went with the variant. So I added 1 to my charisma and intelligence scores, putting both of those at 16 and giving me better bonuses to those skills, or to those ability scores, and then any checks made with that ability or with those abilities. And for my feat, I chose actor, because I'm a pretty good actor, and I acted in high school, and during RP or roleplay heavy times in our gaming sessions, I'm a pretty good role player, I think. So and also, is just because I get one skill that I'm proficient at, I chose history, because I'm pretty good at history. And then with my class skills, because I can choose 3 classes because I'm a bard, or not 3 classes, 3 skills because I'm a bard. I chose. Oh, I'm dumb. I wrote something down wrong. Crap. I chose stealth because I can be stealthy when I want to be. I can sneak around even in broad daylight like nobody's business. That light is super long. I don't know how it got that long. It's kind of weird looking. So it's just stealth, which is good for bards because they can be kind of sneaky like rogues, which are kind of like thieves and criminals, but they're technically not. They really are. But I chose insight because I'm good at reading people, figuring out what they mean and whatever. I'm just good at reading people. And then performance, because I'm a good performer when I want to be. If this was a character I was actually making or to play in a game, I would choose my spells as a bard that I could cast. But I'm not a spellcaster in real life, so I just decided not to even do that. I guess I could have chosen spells that I would like to be able to cast, but I just decided not to do that. And so there you have it. I guess you could say I'm level 1, but also in a different sense. Given my age and everything, I guess you could probably say I'm level 2. I think that would be okay. And there's something making noise and I have no idea what it is. It's coming from back there. I don't know, I guess some people on the other side of that wall back there are doing something, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so second level, nothing really changes for the bard except you get the jack of all trades ability or class feature, where it basically means that even if you don't have a skill, if you're not proficient in a skill, you get to add your proficiency bonus to a skill check. And since I kind of dabble in a lot of things, that's appropriate. I'm a level 2 bard. Nice to meet ya. I'd also normally have to also create a name for my character, but you guys already know my name, so there you have it. So you're welcome for making this video way shorter than what it was earlier. It's probably still a little bit too long, and I talked so much in that other one, but I'm going to finish my beer, and you guys have fun.